In an era where our lives are cluttered with notifications and digital noise, it seems impossible to find a moment's peace, let alone cultivate it within ourselves. Yet in the disarray of daily life, Stoicism offers a path to calmness. We're delving into the ancient Stoic practices, a set of life-changing exercises that promise to carve out a sanctuary of calm in our minds. These aren't mere philosophical musings, but practical actions that can be woven into the fabric of our daily routines. Can these practices truly offer solace in a world that never sleeps? Is it possible to achieve a state of inner peace that stands unshaken by life's constant turbulence? Join us as we uncover the wisdom of Stoicism and list its principles one by one to know the steps to the pursuit of a serene mind ready to take on the world. Number 7, the power of journaling. As the day winds down, take your journal in hand and join me by the lake's edge. Let the stillness of the evening calm your spirit as we begin a journey inward. Marcus Aurelius once said,
"The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts."
In these moments of solitude, let your pen flow freely, capturing the essence of your thoughts and feelings onto paper. It's a simple act, yet profound in its effect, converting the turmoil within into clarity and calm. As the world quiets, let your mind do the same, writing down not just events, but your deepest reflections on them. Now watch as the ink dances across the page, each word a whisper of your inner voice. In this personal space, questions find their answers, and tangled thoughts unravel. This isn't about crafting perfect sentences, it's about honesty with oneself. To make this practice a habit, start with just a few minutes each evening. Write about what moved you, what challenged you, and what you are grateful for. As you do, you'll notice a shift, a settling of the inner waves that often disrupt our peace. Let journaling be your anchor, a steadfast practice that ends your day with intention and reflection. Number 6, philosophical meditation. In the stillness of the night, let us turn our gaze inward and embark on a journey of philosophical meditation. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to
look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if thou wilt ever dig.
This practice isn't about escaping our thoughts, but rather engaging with them, understanding our place in the world, and seeking the good that resides within us. It's about being present with our own thoughts, observing them, not to judge or to solve, but to understand. Observe the stars and consider how their ancient light travels across the vast emptiness of space to reach you. Just like these stars, your thoughts have a source and a journey. Philosophical meditation allows us to trace their paths, understanding where they originate and where they lead us. It's a time to ask yourself about the day's events, your reactions to them, and how you can align your actions with the values you hold dear. This form of meditation is a dialogue with oneself, a chance to listen to the silent voice of your deeper consciousness. Make it a nightly ritual, and you will lay the groundwork for a life of deeper understanding and fulfillment. Number 5, elevated perspective technique. Let's rise together, above the noise and haste to a place of tranquility and broader perspective. Here, high above the city's maze, we gain a clearer view. Marcus Aurelius reminds us,
"You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength."
It's a powerful affirmation that by changing our viewpoint, what once seemed overwhelming now becomes less daunting, more like challenges that we are capable of overcoming. From this elevated perspective, observe how the city's chaos becomes a serene ballet of lights and shadows. This vantage point is not just physical, but mental. When faced with life's complexities, imagine lifting yourself above the chaos, seeing your life from a distance. This technique allows us to detach, to see our lives unfold without being lost in the script. Apply this to any challenge, and you'll find the space to breathe and the strength to prevail. Remember, it's not the weight of the burden that breaks us, but how we choose to carry it. Let this view from above be a metaphor for a higher state of mind, one that you can call upon to find peace amidst the discord. Number 4, self-examination. As the curtain of night gently falls, let's take a moment to step back and think of the vast mural of our daily experiences. Marcus Aurelius prompts us to consider each day anew.
When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love.
With this gratitude, scrutinize the day's events. Where did joy radiate? Where did challenges arise? And what lessons have we gleaned from both? In this hour of introspection, we dissect the day's occurrences, dissecting our actions and reactions. What did we handle well? Where could we have shown more compassion or strength? This isn't about self-critique, but about self-awareness and growth. Take this time to appreciate your victories, no matter how small, and to recognize areas for improvement. Here's a practical step. Ask yourself at least one thing you learned today and one thing you can do better tomorrow. In doing so, you're not just examining your life, you're actively sculpting it. This nightly ritual of self-reflection is the brushstroke that gradually perfects the art that is your life. Number 3, the pause and reflect technique. Take a deep breath and step out of the current of ceaseless activity. As the world whirls around us, Marcus Aurelius offers a grounding thought.
Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking.
Find strength in stillness. Between a sudden event and your reaction lies a precious interval. It's in this space that we have the power to choose our response. By pausing, we reclaim our calm and our clarity. Let's embrace this pause, even if just for a moment, to consult our inner wisdom before we decide or act. In this brief respite, let's engage in reflection. Consider this. Next time you receive a provoking message or face a sudden setback, before you react, stop. Close your eyes. Take a long, slow breath. Ponder your next words and weigh your next steps. This simple act can transform outcomes, turning reflexive replies into considered responses.
The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice,
said Aurelius. If we all pause to reflect, imagine the harmony we could cultivate in our lives and in the lives of others. Let's not just move through life, but move with intention and deliberation, making the pause and reflect technique a vital tool in our daily interactions. Number 2, objective representation. Take a step back and observe as if through the lens of a camera, capturing life without filter or bias. Marcus Aurelius counsels us,
everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth.
So let's challenge ourselves to perceive our surroundings with objectivity. When we strip away the layers of personal judgment, we're left with the raw, unvarnished reality. This is the essence of objective representation, viewing our world without the distortion of our preconceptions, which often cloud our judgment and stir unrest. Imagine looking at your reflection without critique, hearing a comment without reading into it, facing a challenge without fearing it. This is the power of seeing things as they are. It's a practice that requires us to set aside our habitual reactions and approach life with a new clarity. Thus, by adopting an objective viewpoint, we not only see life more clearly, but also respond to it more wisely. Try this. Next time you find yourself upset or anxious over an event, ask what facts you know for certain. Separate these from your feelings about the event. You may find that the truth is far less troubling than your initial reaction suggested. Through this technique, we attain a peace that's not easily disturbed, because it's rooted in reality, not our subjective interpretation of it. Number 1, knowing what is controllable and uncontrollable. In our quest for control, we often grapple with forces beyond our command. Marcus Aurelius provides a guiding light.
Our life is what our thoughts make it.
It is in the acceptance of this truth that we find the ability to distinguish between what we can influence and what we must accept. As we learn to let go of the uncontrollable, we gain the freedom to enjoy the beauty of the present, the windless days alongside the breezy ones. Let's consider this. Not every effort will yield change, and not every desire will manifest. What we can do is choose our response, guide our own actions, and shape our thoughts. Here's something practical you can do. When confronted with a situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If it is not, then let it go. This doesn't mean giving up. It means focusing your energy where it counts. By practicing this discernment, we conserve our energies for the battles we can win and find peace with the outcomes we cannot change. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, to live with a heart at ease, ready to welcome all that life offers, knowing that the only true victory lies in mastering oneself. As we close this chapter, remember that tranquility is not found in silence alone, but in the strength of our thoughts. Carry with you the simple yet profound Stoic wisdom. Control your mind, and you master your world. Start today with one small step, a moment of reflection, a deep breath, a mindful choice.